Good morning, everyone. We're going to do half an hour of a nice flowing routine, a bit energetic to start our day. So sitting in a comfortable position, lengthening the spine, shoulders roll back and down, turning the palms towards the sky, tip of index and thumb together. Take a moment to soften the face, and then start observing this inhalation and observing this exhalation. Sending the air down to your belly, allowing the belly to expand naturally as you inhale. And then bringing the awareness to the exhalation. Observing the belly button moving towards the spine as you breathe out. And with each breath, softening the mind a little bit more. Bringing the attention in between the eyebrows. We start with 3 ohms, breathing in. And then when you're ready, open your eyes, turn the palms towards the floor. Inhaling, lifting the chin, and exhaling, bring the chin towards the chest. Going at your own pace with the inhalation up, with the exhalation down. Checking that the rest of the spine remains straight, the shoulders are down. We do just one more breath, inhaling up. We start with this exhalation, chin towards the chest, and then inhaling half, roll the neck to your right shoulder, and exhaling down. And inhaling to your left shoulder, and exhaling down. And just 2 more breaths to each side. We stop at the end of this exhalation, chin towards the chest, and then inhaling, looking towards the front, bringing the hands to prayer position. Inhaling, interlacing fingers, exhaling, palms forward, shoulders down. Inhaling, as we press the sitting bones, we lengthen the spine. And as we exhale, we make a big circle around us. Inhaling, interlacing fingers, exhaling, extending the elbows. Inhaling, reaching up, palms touch. If the neck is okay, look up. Exhaling, bringing the hands to prayer. Inhaling in, bringing the arms up. And then exhaling, bringing the right hand to the floor. Inhaling, lengthening the spine as we go to the side as we exhale. Checking that your left bottom stays well grounded. Sending the left shoulder back. And then inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, left hand goes to the floor, lengthening the spine. Hold that space as you exhale. Pressing the right knee down, right shoulder goes back. Inhaling, palms touch overhead. And exhaling, just bringing the hands to the floor. We switch the leg we have on top, bringing the hands under the knees and fold forward as you exhale. We do 3 circles to the right, inhale back. Exhale front. Inhale back. Softening the neck, softening the lower back. 1 more breath, same direction. We stop at the end of this exhalation, forehead down. Changing directions, 3 breaths, inhale up, exhale down, and 2 more breaths. Eyes can be open or shut. We stop at the end of this exhalation, forehead towards the floor, bringing the hands to the floor in front of you, walking the hands forward. And then engage in the core to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. And we're going to go into extended child pose. Any child pose variation, I'm going to be with toes together, knees apart, arms forward, but feel free to stay with knees together, arms by your side. And then from here we're going to move into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So checking that the arms are shoulder width apart. Spreading the fingers, index fingers parallel to each other, pressing the fingertips down. Inhale, tuck the toes. Exhaling, pick up your hips. We focus mainly on our spine, so the knees can be quite bent. Keep rotating the inner mouth of the elbows forwards towards each other. And then like walking on the spot at the pace of your breath. Start bending one knee at a time. Feeling the stretch on your calf muscles. Feel free to add movement to your hips if you want to shift the weight from one side to the other. Stay connected with your breath and soften your mind. Allow the blood to irrigate to the brain. And then inhaling, we start walking towards our hands. We stay in ragdoll position at the top of the mat, so feet are hip width apart. Softening the knees, hand on the opposite elbow and folding forward. Softening the shoulders, head heavy. If your back is sore, feel free to have your elbows on your knees or even higher. And then inhaling, reverse swan dive. Soften the knees, engage your core, bringing the arms overhead. And exhaling, hands come to prayer position. We're going to go through a few rounds of sun salutation, Surya Namaskar. So we start at the top of the mat, feet hip width apart. Inhaling, rounding the arms overhead. I like to bow forward, feel free to split the hands. Exhaling, folding Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, folding. Inhaling, stepping back for plank. Shoulders away from the ears. Feel free to have the knees on the floor if you prefer. Exhaling, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. We do just one cobra for now. So pressing the pubic bone down and reaching the legs back, shoulders away from the ears. And exhaling, engage your core. Press back into downward facing dog. Let's hold this for 3 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Focusing on our spine. So if we need to bend the knees a bit more to be able to lengthen the spine, we do so. Feel free to shake the head a little bit side to side. When we finish the 3rd exhalation, inhaling, we're going to walk towards our hands. Flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhaling, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhaling, reverse swan dive, palms touch. Bringing the hands to prayer as we exhale. Let's do that again. Inhaling, bringing the arms overhead. Exhaling, bow forward, sending the hips back, soften the knees as you need. Relaxing the neck, looking towards the wall behind you. Inhale, flat back. And exhaling, fold. Walking the legs back into plank. Knees up or down, shoulders away from the ears. Lengthening the tailbone towards the heels, belly in. Exhaling, we lower into chaturanga, trying to keep the elbows in. If you feel stronger, hold it away from the floor. Those who are ready for up dog, take in up dog. Otherwise, feel free to hold it lower in cobra pose. If you're in up dog, push the mat with your hands and your feet, shoulders back. Exhaling, pressing back into downward facing dog. Feel free to switch downward dog for extended child at any stage. Inhaling here. Feel free to add movement if you need. Exhaling. Sometimes I like to lift the heels as we inhale and lower the heels as we exhale. And then inhaling, walking or jumping forward, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, reverse swan dive. And exhaling, hands to prayer. So we'll start switching it a little bit. Inhaling, bringing the arms overhead. And exhaling, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. And exhaling, fold. Inhaling, we step the right foot back. Right knee comes to the floor, hands on your front leg. Move your torso away from your thigh. We tuck the table under and we sink into the pose. Bringing the arms up as we inhale and reaching up, sending the arms as far back as we can comfortably go. And exhaling, hands come to the floor. We pick up the right leg up, right knee up. If we can, we send the left leg back into a one-legged chaturanga. If that's too much, feet can be down or knees down. Maybe a one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhaling, pressing back into downward facing dog. Inhaling, picking up your right leg. Keeping the shoulders square, keeping the hips square, so we are pressing the right hand down a little bit more. And if you like, take a twist, bending your right knee and stacking the hips on your right side. Feeling the stretch on your psoas. Inhaling, aligning the hips, and exhaling, step your right foot between the hands or as close as you can. Left heel goes down. Inhaling into an extended side angle pose. So aligning the hips and aligning the shoulders. If your neck is sore, feel free to look down and just keep the top arm behind your back. Otherwise, maybe looking up, as if we wanted to trace a line between or from the back heel to the hips, shoulder, elbow. Raise some fingertips. Inhaling, coming to warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Softening the gaze and exhale. If you feel stronger, bringing the knee directly over the heel. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhaling, framing the front foot. Back heel faces up. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling, reverse one dive. Exhale, hands to prayer. Second side, breathing in. And exhaling, fold forward, Uttanasana, softening the neck. Squeeze your core to draw your torso closer to your thighs. Inhale, flat back. And exhaling, fold. Inhaling, step your left foot back. Left knee goes down, bringing the hands to your right thigh and leave a gap between your body and your leg. Tuck your tailbone and then sink into the pose, making sure that there's no pinchy sensations on the lower back. Softening the gaze, bringing the arms up in the inhalation and reaching up if that's nice. And then exhaling, hands under shoulders. Moving into any plank pose variation, maybe a one-legged plank or knees on the floor, but we'll have the shoulders over the waist, belly in. Exhaling, lower yourself down. Any chaturanga variation. Inhale, either cobra or up dog. And then exhaling, downward facing dog. Lengthening the spine. We move into a one-legged dog, bringing the left leg up as we breathe in. Align the hips and press your left hand down. And maybe if it feels nice, take a twist, bending the knee and stack the hips on the left side. Keep pressing the left hand down. Inhale, square the hips. And exhaling, step the left foot between the hands or as close as you can. Right heel goes down. Inhaling into an extended side angle pose. Finish this exhalation, inhaling, coming into warrior 2. Maybe sinking more into the pose as we exhale. Inhaling, reverse warrior. And exhaling, framing the front foot. Back heel facing up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, reverse one dive. And exhaling, hands to prayer. Let's do one more. Bringing the arms up, inhaling. And exhaling, bow. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhaling, step your right foot back. We stay with the right knee up, lifting the right thigh, push the right heel back. Then squeeze the knees towards each other. If you feel stronger, fingertips just hovering off the mat. Then inhaling, coming to a high lunge. Move your pubic bone towards your belly button. And then gently place the knee on the ground as you exhale. Breathing in and reaching up. If it feels nice, take a gentle back bend. And then exhaling, hands come to the floor. If the floor is far away and you have blocks available, this is a good time to grab them. Exhaling into Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Send your left hip back and your right hip forward to keep your hips square. Lengthening the spine with the inhalation, softening with the exhalation. Inhale, shift the weight to the front foot, plant your hands, exhale. Stepping the left foot back, one-legged plank, inhaling. Exhaling, one-legged chaturanga. Inhaling either cobra or up dog. We'll go back to chaturanga as we exhale. Inhale, plank. Press back to down dog, exhaling. Softening the gaze and softening the mind. Moving into a one-legged dog and then a twist. We bring the right leg up, inhaling. Bending the knees, tuck the hips. Exhaling, square the hips. Inhaling, step the right foot forward. Left heel goes down, exhaling. Inhaling into warrior two. And then from here we're going to move into triangle. So send the hips back, reaching forward. Both knees are as straight as you comfortably can have them. Stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders. If the neck allows, we look up. If you are sore, you can have the hand on your leg. Look down, one arm behind your back. As we inhale, we bend the front knee back to warrior two. Exhaling back to a high lunge. And from here, we're going to move into another Ajasana, Lord of the Dance. And then back to Tadasana. Second side, breathing in. Exhaling, take a bow. Inhaling, flat back. And exhaling, fold. Inhaling, step your left foot back. We're in a high lunge, so lifting the left thigh, push the left heel down. Squeeze the knees towards each other. Start to take the weight off your hands. Lengthen the spine a little bit more. And then slow and steady, bringing the arms overhead. Reaching up. And gently as we exhale, we'll bring the knee to the floor. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and if it feels nice, take a gentle back bend. And exhaling, hands under shoulders. Into Ardha Hanumanasana, half split, lengthening the spine. And as we exhale, we start extending the front knee. Squaring the hips, right hip goes back, left hip goes forward. Inhaling, lengthen the spine, exhaling, maybe folding. And then step the front foot flat, inhaling. Plant the palms on the floor, pick up your left knee, one-legged plank or any plank variation. Shoulders away from the ears, exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhaling back to chaturanga. Inhale, plank, press back, down dog, exhaling. Pressing the fingertips down to take the weight from the wrist so much. And then left leg comes up, inhaling. And then take a twist, stacking the hips. Keep pressing your left hand down, right heel down. Inhale, square the hips. And exhaling, bring the foot between the hands or as close as you can. Right heel goes down. Into warrior two, inhaling. Shoulders away from the ears. And I think we went to triangle pose from here. So front knee extends, reaching forward. And then inhale back to warrior two. And from here into another adjustment, Lord of the dance. So we balance on the front leg, look towards a steady point. And we pick up the right foot. If it's available, we grab it. And exhaling back to Tadasana. So we're going to start moving more to the floor, bringing the heels up, inhaling. And then keeping the heels up if we can as we squat. Whoops. And then as gracefully as we can, we come to the floor. And we're going to roll down. Lying down our backs. Staying here for 6 breaths. Inhaling. And softening as you exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Inhale. Exhale. 6. Drawing the knees towards the chest. Hands on your knees, rock gently side to side. Excuse me. So this is a good opportunity to do any type of inversion. Feel free to rest the legs up on the wall. Maybe just having the legs up. Maybe just placing a block under your hips. Or if you feel comfortable with shoulder stands, feel free to take half a shoulder stand or a full shoulder stand. We'll go to plow pose after that and then roll back down. So knees towards the chest, elbows tucked in, palms down, and just rocking the hips. Starting maybe with a half shoulder stand, so the torso is in a diagonal, legs away from the face. And maybe if it's like early in the morning when the body is a bit more rigid, this is a good variation. And then if you want to go to shoulder stand, as you exhale, bring the knees towards the forehead. Maybe the feet go to the floor. When you start to get uncomfortable, start moving into Halasana plow pose. Exhaling, bending the knees into the forehead and extending the knees. Keeping the hands on the waist until the feet reach the floor comfortably. And then pressing the hands down, legs close to your face, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Now we're going to counter pose with fish pose. Bringing the hands underneath you, walk the elbows close to each other and the shoulders close to each other. Pointing the feet, legs and feet together. Press the sitting bones down and reach up with the front body, arching the neck. If the neck is injured, please don't do this. Just allowing the heart to open up. And then you're on time coming out of the pose. Bringing the knees towards the chest, hands on the knees. Give your legs a hug. Feel free to rock side to side. Making circles with your legs to one direction, inhaling and exhaling. And changing to the opposite direction, inhaling and exhaling. We finish with spinal twist, so opening the arms like a cross and exhaling, legs go to the right side. If the neck is okay, we look towards the left. Any modification of this pose that feels nice in your body. Coming back to center, inhaling. And exhaling, knees go to the left and the neck goes to the right. And inhaling back to center. We prepare for relaxation, so I'm going to stop the video here because I think we're in the half an hour, sort of. So just stay for as long as you wish.